Hey guys, how you guys doing? Pan here, and today I'm going to show you how to make another quick 15-minute dish called Larb. And this is a Thai dish that a lot of local Thai people eat with rice. And so Larb is just a general name, but it could be cooked with chicken or pork, and if it's cooked with pork, it's called Larb Mu. Mu is pork, or Larb Gai for chicken. So if you could tell, I'm Thai. Yeah, and Thai food's delicious, and this is one of my favorites. So just real quick rundown of ingredients needed. Garlic, a lot of these guys. Red onion. Basil leaves, right here, bunch of basil leaves. Pork, in this case, since we're making Larb Mu. Fish sauce, and some oil. So real simple ingredients once again. Alright, so I'm just gonna start cutting stuff up. So this dish is multi-step. So the first thing I'll do is mince the garlic, and then I'll start deep frying it afterwards. But for the purpose of this video, I'll show you the entire process of chopping things up. Usually I do this in parallel while I'm chopping things up. I chop up the garlic, I throw it into a pan with oil to get a nice crispy garlic. Then and you know, while I'm doing that, I'm cutting other stuff up to save time. But for the sake of this video, I'll show you everything that needs to be cut first, and then we'll get into the other process. So this video will be longer than the amount of time it will actually take to cook, because I'm doing that. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so this garlic is looking good. Move that to the side. Next thing I want to do is cut my... So now that our garlic is all cut up and minced and ready, next thing I'm going to do is cut the red onion. And I'm doing it in this sequence for a reason too, because like I told you, this is a multi-step dish, and it consists of both raw and fried food mixed together. So it'll be raw onions with the rest of the dish like pan fried. Man, this red onion's really making me cry again. So yeah, so once again we just chop up the onions into strips like this. And I'm doing the onion before I do the pork, because I don't want raw things that hasn't been cooked to touch the onion, which needs to stay raw. So yeah. Oh, and one thing I forgot that's essential to this ingredient is the lime. So I have half a lime somewhere behind me actually. Yeah, just cut them into strips again. And the reason for having them in strips is my personal preference of just like when they break up, you know how they're in layers like this? When I break them up like this, it just tastes really delicious to eat it. I hope you guys saw that and know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's all good. You'll see the final dish. Oh man. A lot of tears in my eyes right now. I don't know if you guys can see on my left eye, a lot of tears. So now I'm just gonna get a plate to put my raw onion so it doesn't get touched by the raw pork. Just to keep things sanitary, make sure I don't get sick, or you guys follow my instructions getting sick either. Yeah, so put that to the side. Oh, really making me cry. Next I'll deal with the basil. I'll deal with the pork last. So just move this garlic up here. Drop the leaf. good, all good. So they got a lot of stems, which we don't want. Okay, sorry about that. Camera fell. Yep, we're good. I think we're good. So I'm just cutting off the leaves of the basil because we primarily want the basil leaves, not the stem, really. That's where most of the aroma and taste of the basil comes from. So I just cut that off real quick. Next, I'm going to mince the leaves. Oh man. So yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna make this a little higher so hopefully it doesn't drop anymore. Yeah, just make sure they're well chopped, finely chopped. So yeah, it looks something like this. So I'm just actually going to spin the cutting board around because moving the finely chopped pieces of vegetable is kind of difficult. But yeah, these are just any type of pork piece would really do. This is what I had available in my fridge, so I'll be using that. But yeah, just cut them into thinner strips. Like that, you know, thin strips. Some of you guys watching video right now might be wondering, why is this guy showing us how to chop meat? We get the idea. The reason for this is I don't like to make video. I don't want to edit the video because it takes a lot of time, and also the most important thing is I want to show you the full process uncut, where you can see how long exactly it takes me. And I'm not just like saying, oh, it doesn't take a long time to cook, and I'm actually going to show you that it doesn't take a long time to cook. And hopefully a lot of you folks will just take the initiative and try out some dishes on your own or with a friend, because it really doesn't take a long time. And as you see, I'm using ingredients that are pretty basic. I didn't go to culinary school. You know, I just care a lot about my health and fitness and delicious food and having delicious food. Alright, great. So we're done with all the cutting. Let me just give you a quick view of how things look. So that's everything. Basil, garlic up above the basil, and then pork. Next is the pan. That's my name too. So I just turned on the stove at the highest heat just because I want things to heat up fast. But you know, we should be more patient. We should be more patient, and it produces better food as well. So I'll just put enough olive oil in there to be able to completely cover this pan. Next, as I was telling you guys, I'll be frying the garlic, the minced garlic pieces. I'll be frying the minced garlic pieces. Then afterwards, I'm just going to put that on the side. So garlic going in, right here. Minced garlic going in. Garlic's in there. So I have it at about medium heat, which isn't too hot or too low. I'm just gonna wait until the garlic gets minced a little. Hopefully I have enough video time left on the phone that I'm using to record. Real low budget, guys. Just trying to do what I can for other folks that want to get healthy, want to get fit, or just want to start cooking their own food, really. Come on. Yeah, so sometimes when I do run out of video space on my phone, I will have to take 2 separate videos. So that's the only time I'll pretty much edit the video. And also when I first started making videos, yeah, I also didn't have a stand, which I do right now. So it had to be like edited. I promise you, the time I told you is not a lie. It's literally 15 minutes I spent. But like I said earlier, this dish might take a little longer because I'm not doing things in parallel like I usually do to cook this dish. So it might take more than 15 minutes, but if you're to do things in parallel, it should take around 15 minutes. Alright, now we're starting to see a sizzle, hear it sizzle. It's great. It smells great. So when we fry these minced garlic pieces, we don't want it to be burned. So we have to watch it closely, actually. You gotta pay a lot of attention to it. Or just have enough practice to know how long it will really take under certain temperatures. So I want a very delicious dish tonight. I'm very hungry. I just came back from the gym from playing light basketball. So I'm going to pay close attention. Wow, garlic makes you tear up too. Oh man. And you just want it to be a little bit brown, which I'll show you when it's done. Still recording, great. I have a big garlic piece that didn't get fully minced. So I'll just break it up right now. I guess while you're watching this video, waiting for the garlic to get fried, I'll just entertain you guys with, I guess, some of my thoughts on why you have to cook your own food to be healthy. First of all, these food businesses or restaurants, no matter what, they have to be profit driven. So if they can replace certain ingredients or use with lower quality without you noticing, they will totally do it. Just because they have self-interest, and also if they have shareholders, they'll get pressure from them too. And we see this all the time with, for example, Naked Juice. When that juice first came out, it was really good stuff. It was a lot. It tasted great. The ingredients were different, and they changed them. They're starting to use more puree stuff. Quality dropped. I could taste it, and it's just not the same product it was when it was initially released. So if you cook your own food, you know the quality you're putting in, you know what you're paying for or putting your time in for. And that way, you just control the different factors that go into your body. And just being self-reliant is just very good too. And in addition to all that, it's great time. It lets you just spend some time alone focusing on cooking, something that will go into your body, that will taste delicious. For me, it's like a huge de-stressor. I just spend my time cooking, and it's great. Everything's good. I think through problems more, like my problems I have with code or product that I'm designing. I just could think through it better from cooking. But obviously, this is very different from everyone else. Okay, so this garlic is sufficiently fried. As you can see, it's brown. I hope I'm pointing at the correct camera angle. But yeah, it's brown now. And you don't want to take the oil with you. You just want to kind of only take the garlic. So leave the oil because we're going to need that for pan frying the rest. And I'm just going to put that fried minced garlic onto the plate with the raw onions. And you don't have to take out all the minced garlic. You could leave some because it makes the dish taste very good. So I just throw in some pork. And I'm just going to move that all around. I'm going to put it up to medium heat. Put some fish sauce on it. I like to put the fish sauce on it when it's raw. You don't want to put it when it's cooked because at that point it's already kind of formed a layer and can't really take in the fish sauce into it as much. Next, basil. Alright, we're almost done with this dish. So this is how it's looking. Just mix it around, pan fry it. The normal Thai dish actually puts in sugar into this dish as well, which I don't do anymore because I just get quality meat that tastes naturally sweet. Then all you really need is the fish sauce, and the fish sauce is not bad for you at all. Fish sauce is just like salt and like sea creatures, crabs and such, clams, and it just got kept in water for a while to make it. Okay, almost done, almost done. So I'm just going to turn it up a little bit more, the heat, to a little bit more than medium. And you want the heat kind of high and your pork pieces kind of thin, because in order to get the pork to be tender when you eat it, you have to not overcook it. And for me personally, I tend to overcook things if I cook it on low heat. When I cook it on high heat, it just I don't want to overcook it. So it tastes better. The meat doesn't get hard. When you overcook things, it gets hard. All right. So here's the lime. And I think this is done. So now I'm just gonna mix everything in this dish together. So yeah, this is what this looks like right now. Hope you guys can see it. Very beautiful too. Colorful. Like brownish orange with purple and white. Alright, here we go. So this dish is going in. And that's it. You mix it up, and there you have it. You have Larb. And try to keep the garlic crunchy when you're mixing it. So try not to get it mixed with the liquid. Try to keep it on top. So usually I use a bowl, but I don't have any available right now because they're all in the dishwasher. But yeah, pretty much mix this around and get some lime in there. Learn this technique I showed in one of the other videos where I use a spoon, or in this case a spatula, and I just leave it, I just pluck it in here like this, and I just start rotating. This is the most efficient means that I found for juicing. That should be good. Now let's mix that around. Great. There we have it. Larb. Yeah. And I'm gonna have this with some brown rice, which I cooked before I started this video. And that's my dish. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, tell me if you guys do cook it and how it turned out. Whether your friends like it, if you made it for your friends. I guarantee you they will. And enjoy, guys. I'm going to enjoy my dinner now too. Bye. Yeah, one other thing I want to suggest was, cleaning your hands and such after you cook, like cleaning up in general, could be like a hassle. So I want to show you a very, I guess, practical way of cleaning it and also getting output out of it. So for example, this pan had all those juices in it, so I just put in some of the brown rice and then I just kind of scrub it around to absorb that juice in. So it does two things. It helps me, kind of clean off that layer already onto the rice, and then my rice tastes better. Yeah, so these are just some other tips for making cooking more enjoyable and easier. Alright guys, I'm gonna go enjoy my meal now, and you guys have a great day.